Morning, everyone. I am coming at you live from a little bit different location today. I hope everyone can hear me okay, but because I last night came up to the villages to Kim and Randy's place, um, me and Randy, the girls have book club on. Let me just try to get a little more comfortable here. I The girls have book club every about once a month where they'll read a book, and it's um, Val's part of it, and Kim, and they've got a few other ladies that get together and have a little. They read a book, and then a month later they get together. You guys know how the book clubs work. So, but anyways, during that time, me and Randy usually get together, and um, so I came up last night, and usually we'll go into their town center, and um, just they have music. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know where the villages are. It's a spot in Florida where as you get older and you're ready to retire, it's just a nice community. There's lots of golf courses. I think there's probably 50 some golf courses here in the area. A lot to do. They've got these neat town centers that are places where people gather and just kind of um, enjoy uh, their time and the outdoorness that Florida brings to you. They've got everything is brand new. They've got live music at all of the town centers. I think there's three town centers in the village areas right now, and they're building a fourth one. And so we usually, me and Randy will go there and kind of have something to eat, and then generally watch a little bit of music and just kind of gather. But I got here last night, and Randy's usually always ready, excited to go, and he was just a little bummed out. I said, "What's going on?" He's like, "I don't know, you know." He's like, and he starts like all of us. He's like, "Gas prices are high. My 401k is in the dump." Um, I think there's a couple of he lists about two other things that were all the Ukraine, obviously. It's like world's at war. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely a lot of stuff right now that can be concerning, But I said, but hey, there's good news, man. I'm here, and we're here to have fun tonight. Let's kind of put some of that beside. We can talk about that if we want later, but let's go out. Um, and when we do get out, me and Randy have got a fun relationship. We're able to sit and talk about different things. But we sat down last night, and we went to a little restaurant called Cody's, and it's like what would you call? I guess kind of like a roadhouse, a Texas roadhouse, or something like that. So, and again, we just started talking, and he's still just not really into it. And he's like, sometimes it's hard this time in our life or history to should we be feeling guilty of everything that's going on the other side of the world, because obviously the news is feeding us with lots of tragic stories, and you see the sadness of people having to leave their homes. And um, yeah, it is definitely, it's heartbreaking to watch. And you wonder, how, what can I do? And it is a helpless feeling for us over here that we do have to still um, continue with our life. Um, it is something that I can understand how it is a mental challenge for each individual that watches that type of stuff and feels helpless, and feels like, should I be out having a good time tonight, when people are struggling to survive, and you see the little kids that are crying and clinging to their parents as they're trying to get on a bus to get out of town. As it's just stuff that we as Americans just we can't even imagine. I mean, we really can't. um, and even though in the United States here, all the different problems that we face all the time, whether it's obviously we have a lot of racist racial issues that come up a lot, it seems like nowadays. Just different political points of view, whether we should be digging more for oil, or if we should be using other countries, or whatever it might be. We've got our problems as well, but we don't have that problem of having gunfire around us, or just sitting and hoping that a bomb doesn't lay up next to you. I mean, it's really, really scary stuff. And you know, uh, again, it comes back to a lot of stuff that I've really started to hopefully bring to you guys that like to tune in and watch me for a few minutes. But it does come down to us having to say our prayers from God, and that's what we can do as Christians in America that aren't able to pick up arms, fly over there and help the fight, or whatever you may want to do. Um, and you have to understand, as you come to grips with God and you come to his understanding that he is powerful and he does help in so many ways, and that is the way that we have to do it, I've been praying every night for the people over there that God will help them and make their lives they what they can make of it at this point. And obviously, it's going to be a very hard struggle for millions of people. Um, and they continue to stay in our prayers over here as Christians that don't want to see them having to live through that kind of just chaos and turbulence in their life that is, like I say, as for us, for Americans, we could never even comprehend it. It just is a crazy thing. And like I say, everyone keep them in their prayers that they are able to sleep at night and make their way um, through their life and hopefully get to a better place. As for kind of what we got going on this week, I guess it's Friday, so hey, that's I guess another bright thing to think about for us back here on. Hopefully, people got a little bit of time off this weekend. You can see here in Florida, it's a little cloudy today and a little chilly. I came outside on their lanai, and I was talking to Randy this last night too, and he didn't really know even that I'm have kind of started these little talks on in the morning. And he's like, well, what's going on? Because we haven't got together in a little bit of time. It's probably been a month and a half or so. I'm telling him all the stuff that I've been up to lately, with its timeless travels or trends, and Greenlawn's starting up, and been helping Sports Illustrated with their golf, and we've got this new crypto mining company starting up, and blah blah blah. And I said, and I started talking, doing a little bit of a talk show every morning, and just of stuff that has come to my enlightenment. Over the last few years, and I just want to share some of my experiences with people and how I deal with things, and if I can help anyone out at all a little bit, that's great. And he's like, so what do you talk about? And I'm like, well, you're just gonna have to tune in and watch. He's like, how do you talk? I mean, how do you do it? I'm like, talking live can be tricky because you don't have that conversation going back and forth. And so I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit tough, and sometimes I wish I could push the pause button and say, oh, jeepers, man, okay, I'd like to redo that again. But unfortunately, with live, that's something that doesn't happen, and but I do really enjoy it because I don't know, for some reason I like having the pressure of, like, okay, I got to be on my game at all times and really think of what I'm saying, because he's like, do you get nervous? And I'm like, we do the timelesses every Tuesday night, and that always seems like no big deal. But when I'm sitting here talking and kind of pouring out my heart and who I am and what I believe in, and you do see, even as just a viewer or two, it's like, I gotta be right. I gotta be on and make sure that I'm saying my message right, so they don't take it wrong. And so, yeah, there does get to be a little bit of pressure with it. But hopefully I'm handling everything good. And hopefully I look back in a few months and look at these first few and think, oh boy, those were kind of rough, but I've kind of come around to making everything a little bit better and easier for people to watch. I've started kind of taking some notes on where I want to go in the morning to put together a more cohesive show, or a little talk anyways, for everybody, so that they can keep up with me and just make sure that I don't get off a task too much. And I've got a story next week that I'm going to start that's going to probably take a few of my days, that I'm going to just kind of tell you something about that's going on with me in my life and how I'm trying to deal with it. And it's concerning, but yet I'm hoping that it makes me a better person in the end as well, because it is troubling, and time with one of my businesses and me personally. So I'd like to share that with you next week. And like I say, it will probably take a little bit of time to go through it all. And hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from on that, and I get your support, as well as probably a little backlash on some of the ways I've handled things going forward. But for me, this is kind of therapeutic as well. Being able to talk to some of you guys, and you guys supporting me, and hopefully you can see that I'm just trying as much as I can to be a better person at all times, and just do everything I can to, like I say, if I can touch one person or help reach out, or someone gets a little entertainment from something I might say in the morning, or give you a little bit of hope to carry on for the day, or whatever it might be, hey, then that's great. That makes me happy, and at the end of the day I can say, yeah, it wasn't too bad. That was okay. So I guess I'm just at this point hoping that everyone wants to, hey, Jazzy, um, uh, everyone is able to get out there, have a great day today. It's Friday, so enjoy your day, and the rest of the weekend. I will be back Monday morning, and like I said, I'm gonna kind of break down a few things for you, and hopefully get you off to a good start Monday morning, and we will see you then. So until then, you guys everyone out there. Oh, I think the girls actually tomorrow are going to be showing up too with a new T3 t-shirt, which is really going to be a good one. I think you guys are going to love it. I think Courtney might have even previewed it earlier in the week, but we've put a new color to it, so it's going to be something that I just think you're all going to love it. So hey, Luann, I'm glad you're watching. That's great. Yeah, Luann was one of probably Courtney's first daycare providers, and we talk about her all the time, because when Courtney was little, she would say "ooh on." That's how she would say, and she's like, "Are you going to Ooh-Ons today?" And I'm like, "Yep, going to Ooh-Ons today." And so she always carries a special part in our heart as well, because you always remember the first person that you sent your little boy or girl off to take care of your children. So I'm glad that you're joining us today. That's very, very nice. And you enjoy your weekend too. I'm going to wrap it up. Until next time, you guys, everybody stay timeless, and look for the girls this weekend. Like I said, they're going to be in a new show, or a new shirt, and I will see you guys Monday morning. All right, everyone have a good one. Thanks.